This is episode 250 of the Element of Inclusion podcast. I've been thinking about the journey. I've also been thinking about when it's time to stop. I'm Dr. Jonathan. I work with organizations to make them inclusive, and I'm on a mission to help 1 million people like you to make your workplace inclusive. Get your pen and paper ready because it's episode 250, and I'm thinking about when it's time to wrap things up for good. This isn't me saying that we're going to quit this year. This isn't me saying that we're going to quit next year or even the year after that. This is me saying there was a beginning and so there must be an end. As a regular member of our audience, you already know that the entire purpose of this podcast is to support you on your inclusion journey. And I hope it's now clear to you that you are the hero of your inclusion journey. It's not about me. It's about you, your friends, your family, your colleagues, everyone you come into contact with. They're counting on you. I use the word hero deliberately because I've been inspired by the hero's journey. Joseph Campbell was an American writer. He was also a professor of literature, and he wrote a book called The Hero with 1,000 Faces. In this book, he said that human stories follow a simple template. A simple framework known as the monomyth, but it's commonly referred to as the hero's journey. In the book, the professor discusses his theory of the archetypical hero and their journey facing obstacles and finally emerging triumphant. This journey can be recognized in myths and stories from cultures and civilizations all over the world and throughout all of history. Once you understand this, you recognize that it's not just in ancient history, but it's in books, TV shows, it's in the latest movies. Okay, but what's this got to do with inclusion? Two things. First, I'm going to discuss my personal hero's journey, my own inclusion journey, using this framework so you can understand me better, but also so you can understand your own inclusion journey better. I'm going to discuss this at our next masterclass to mark our 5th birthday and episode 250. We're finalizing the details. I won't be sharing this anywhere else. So if you want to come, make sure you sign up to our newsletter, our insider list. That's where we're going to share the details in the near future. Second, the hero's journey represents a cycle of transformation, an initial condition, a call to adventure, a quest, a trial, and ultimately returning with a prize. Now that could be knowledge, experience, but there is an end. It's finite, but it doesn't mean that life is over. The end of one journey means the beginning of another, should you choose it. This podcast is an important part of that journey, not just for me, but for you. I'm telling you this because I don't take you or your attention for granted. There's a lot of things that demand your time. You're choosing to spend time here. At the same time, I don't want you to take this podcast for granted either. I don't want you to take me for granted either. In the past 5 years, I've shown up for you 250 times. Even when I'm tired, even when I'm not well, even when I don't feel like it. I've made my commitment to you a non-negotiable in my life. I'm telling you this because one day there won't be any new episodes. I want you to appreciate that so you make the most of each and every one right now. 5 years ago, I finished my PhD. I wanted to take what I knew and make a contribution. Today represents me making a contribution 250 times. And not just one way. Interviews, explainers, book reviews, breakdowns, and of course, the opinion pieces. I've made my commitment to your inclusion journey. The question for you is, what commitments have you made to your inclusion journey? Nothing lasts forever, so let's make sure that we make the most of every second that we share on our journey. So let's wrap this up. What are the key messages here? 1. I've shown up for you 250 times. 2. There was a beginning, so there will be an end. And 3. What commitments have you made to your own inclusion journey? So what do you think? Do you accept your role as the hero of your inclusion journey? Get in touch or leave a message. I would love to hear from you. If you've learned something from today's show, then give us a 5-star review and a comment wherever you're listening to the podcast. It helps other people like you to find the show. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.